Welcome back. If you just joined us, our guest on this episode of Question Time is the Acting Managing Director of Nigeria Railway Corporation, Mr. Fidet Okiria. Don't go away. In terms of safety culture now, what are you putting in place to ensure maximum safety? Because we understand that some few months ago, the rail recorded some accidents along Jeba Road.
We want to emphasize the maintenance of the track and the rolling stock to ensure that they are very fit. We are talking to our technicians and engineers that they will be accountable for any incident that happen resulting from their carelessness or omission. So the accident that happened in Jeba, it was what we call some negligence, and we have investigated it. We have downloaded like the black box on the plane. We also have a record on our locomotive. We discovered that there was a loss of control, and it was a down gradient, and the driver was not able to control the train, and it was a reverse curve. So the coach went off the wagon, and some people died. But I think 4 people died, and we had about 1,005 passengers. So that is to show how relatively safe and secure the train service can be. So if you have about over 1,500 passengers on a train, and lost 4 people, and unfortunately the 4 people died. We are sitting not where they are supposed to. They sat in the guard van where it's not meant for passengers. So we sympathize with them, and we have used that opportunity to educate our passengers. What you think you will gain by maybe doing some bad thing, paying lesser to sit in the wrong place, can cost your life. So we have with informing our people and making an announcement at the station. It's better to obtain the right ticket and sit in the right place.
Just recently we saw a video of people hanging on the rail. What are you doing about this?
Yeah, it's a bad thing. We'll be battling this for a long time. We don't want to compare ourselves with the other part of the world where those things happen. We have to control it. That one most happen where you have shorter routes, like within Lagos. But trains that are going to Kano, for instance, don't expect somebody to hang. But people, and what we discovered that even those people, they pay 80% of them obtain tickets, and they just go on the rooftop and stay. Presently, the district manager is doing something about that with the assistant of the commissioner of police. He secured some men from the mobile police unit, and getting a Black Maria from the Sky unit of the Lagos State Command to assist us in curbing this menace. Because I won't deceive myself, it's a serious trouble bugging our minds in the Railway Corporation. So at a time, we hired some set of people we discovered that they could not meet up with it. We have to stop that agreement. But right now, we are at the top stage, and the commissioner is taking full charge of that, because it's bringing in some mobile police units.
So now let's...
But the issue is that it's not cheap to maintain those operations, and we cannot maintain it throughout the year. So we want to try it for a month and see whether people will learn and limit themselves and stay inside the coach instead of hanging and climbing.
Now let's come to sanitation now, which is one area that is never compromised, and even in advanced countries. What are you doing to promote sanitation in Nigeria rural sector?
Thank God we are modernizing. We have this 100-year old system in place that we are running, and what we did is to have a good health and safety department to enforce this work practice, and we have to engage people to clean the coaches, either moving or stationary at the station. We have to get people from outside, and we have the scoring sheet. If you don't meet up with that, your payment is either not paid or discounted because you have failed to meet up with the required output. So we try to keep up with the world, and don't also forget that most of these coaches are pretty old, and as I said earlier, in the last 10 years, I think we have only succeeded in injecting about 11 new coaches, which are all air conditioned, into this narrow gauge. So, and any design we do now, like the DMU, is automated so that the doors are closed automatically, and when you get to the station, and the doors are operated by the driver to open. I think when we have enough of this, the idea of problem of people hanging and climbing will be reduced.
Let me take you to the issue of a reported case of uniformed men who insist on boarding without obtaining tickets. What's the position of the Nigeria Railway Corporation on this?
So, from my experience as a former district manager in Lagos, I related with their various GOCs and commandants to let them know that they have to buy their ticket. And the then area commander supported us in making sure that all post personnel get their ticket to board the train, and that there's no exemption. The only way they can get a rebate is that if they buy seasonal tickets, or they buy the privilege ticket that can enable them pay lower than the commercial rate. So we've encouraged the district managers to relate with the various GOCs and the police command so that they continue to pass the information to their men. Because if we don't earn our money, we can't even buy fuel to run the train, and we cannot provide this service for the people. Because the money we earn, we use to buy fuel to run.
A steering committee has just been inaugurated for the concessioning of the rail sector. What is the terms of reference of this steering committee?
The steering committee is on the railway concessioning of that is the narrow gauge, Lagos, Kano, Port Harcourt, Maiduguri. There is the project delivery team, which are the people working to make sure that the concession is achieved in good time. The theory committee is to guide and ensure that this concession follow due process and is achievable in good time with timeline set so that it can be done as quick as possible so that the benefits of concession in the narrow gauge can come to fruition in no time. So the steering committee major terms of reference is to ensure this time it's not a white goose chase. It's to ensure that it's realizable. This thing, because concession has become a recurring word in the rail sector. So, but the target and goal is to ensure that it's realized.
You may also join in this conversation by sending us your comments on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Coming up on Question Time, are there enabling laws to fast-track development in the rail sector? Find out from the Acting Managing Director of Nigeria Railway Corporation, Engineer Fidet Ohiria, when we return.